180,000 Chinese laborers in Forsake megaproject will alter everything. China has been effectively included in developing large-scale Forsake stores. One such extend includes 180,000 Chinese specialists. Here's what you would like to know. In today's scene, you're getting to be astounded by the number of laborers included within the China Leave Mega Project. The supplies offer assistant store water for water system and other employments, moderating the impacts of desertification and making strides the local water supply. In expansion to benefiting agriculture, these ventures can moreover back mechanical advancement, tourism, and other financial exercises within the locale. China is making an endeavor to create the biggest leave supply. When it's done, it'll be able to water a 900,000 mu region of Arrive, making the Forsake greener than ever. It'll take 40 a long time to wrap up the extend. 180,000 individuals are working on building this store. You know that the Forsake has no normal water sources, so you may be pondering where this store gets its water from. This supply is called the Han Hai Pearl since it was built in a dry Forsake. Leave stores are uncommon in China and the rest of the world, so calling it a pearl speck isn't as well much of a misrepresentation. The supply can hold 148 million cubic meters of water and was built in 1958. It is additionally the biggest man-made leave store in Asia. It can hold as much water as 10 of Hangzhou, China's West Lakes. Considering this, it may be difficult to understand why China would want to construct supplies within the leave, unless the desert incorporates a part of oil. There's nothing good about living in a leave. For any venture in the Forsake, the fetch of labor is tall, the extend needs a parcel of cash, and it is not conceivable to form a benefit from it within the near future. On the other hand, China is the inverse of this in each way. A parcel of Chinese building ventures are within the deserts that cover more than 1,000 kilometers of the nation. In Forsake ranges, individuals have built railroads, more than 5,000 kilometers of Forsake streets, and a parcel of photovoltaic control units. China is getting to be increasingly like a Forsake at an awfully quick rate, and the nation needs water gravely to stop this from happening. China plans to construct supply since of this. Forsake greening has been an imperative Chinese Forsake venture for as long as anyone can keep in mind, and they have been working on it for nearly a century. China is also the nation that's doing the finest work of greening up deserts right presently. However, if you really need to control the desert well, you wish to illuminate the problem of deserts not having sufficient water. So, China ought to build a supply in this leave to store water and control the Forsake so that millions of individuals can live in a city that doesn't get hit by sand and tidy. China has the same sum of Arrive as the joined together states, which is 9.6 million square kilometers, but their leave zone is greater than 700,000 square kilometers, and the Forsake itself is 1.2 million square kilometers. It is thought that China has misplaced at least $280 million since its land is getting to be exceptionally dry. 2. Each year, the deserts in China develop and spread by more than 3,000 square kilometers. So distant, the leaf has eaten up 50,000 square kilometers of farmland, which is the measure of a little to medium-sized nation. It is where two big deserts meet. On one side, the Tanger Forsake keeps growing, and on the other, the Gironde leave is exceptionally huge. Both deserts have yellow sand. All life has died out because the leave keeps developing, so the as it were thing cleared out for the people in the cities to do is to keep running absent. Since there are signs that the two gigantic deserts might combine into one, the Chinese government chosen in 1958 to build a huge store here. You might moreover be interested in where the water that's put away in the store comes from. Most of the water within the supply comes from the Sheriang stream, which flows through the Hoshi Hallway and is in the Chilean Andes. It is the third biggest stream in that zone. It is made up of 4 distinctive parts. The primary is surface water that leaks into the middle and upper parts of the Sheriang River, and the moment is spring water that moves underground and comes to the surface at the northern edge of the Weibo. Within the upper parts of the stream, both of these things happen. The other type of water is the mountain water and spring water that are found in the upper comes to the Sheriang River. This water hasn't been utilized for irrigation, and it hasn't gotten into the groundwater or any of the other water that's receding in the center comes to, including the water that has been discharged from wastewater treatment plants. The other issue is flooding amid the surge season, and the expansion of the Jingdian Stage E venture to exchange water to Minchin. With all of these issues in intellect, one may ponder what the focal points of developing a store are. There are water transport burrows, surge entryways, and the interesting spillway of the West Dam at the Water Capacity Office. Its essential utilized is for the capacity and water system of water, and it too has broad utilized impacts, such as the direction of surges and the advancement of angling and tourism. The length of the dam is 8,060 meters, its tallness is 15 meters, and the supply is 25 square kilometers in estimate. The catchment range is 13,400 square kilometers, and there's more than 900,000 mu of inundated farmland. This range can allow drinking water to 250,000 individuals within the encompassing region. When the agriculturists cleared out the zone, the individuals who utilized to live there had to pay cash to urge food. Now, in spite of the fact that they can depend on the water from the store to assist them develop. After this store was wrapped up, the neighborhood angling and tourism businesses got a boost. The agrarian economy moreover got a boost from the expanded salary. Individuals not got to stress approximately running out of water, and their lives are by and large getting superior. Since the supply is at its most lovely from April to October each year, a parcel of visitors come to see it amid those months. The beautiful Leve is encompassed by clear water, and the blue waves are reflected within the green mountains. It is stunning to see. The water's surface sparkles with a shimmering light, and the trees, glades, water surface, and sand rises all mixed together. Within the reservoir, there are common swimming pools and a full set of foundation and benefit products. There are yurts where voyagers can unwind and do things, as well as the assortment of drinks. This reservoir is decent to see at and has a part to offer visitors. When individuals think of a Leve, the primary thing that frequently comes to intellect is a sky full of sand and tidy, a little populous, and a region that is off limits to living things. Be that as it may, it is conceivable to construct a store in a dry Leve. A part of individuals will think this is often a dream that can't come genuine, but China has made this thought a reality. At this point, you could be pondering in case this reservoir was built within the Leve or not, and in case it was, what issues did you have got to bargain with when building it? In 1958, when the store was built, machines were not about as progressed as they are presently, and food and clothing were exceptionally costly. Since of this, the development handle was full of issues that couldn't be fathomed. The reservoir is going to be built between the deserts of Tangier and Baton, where the temperature is tall and a part of water dissipates each day since of the warm. When there isn't enough water within the reservoir, the zone of the store will begin to recoil, and it might even dry up totally. Topographical components too add to the exceptionally genuine issue of water sewage, and solid winds and sand cause residue to construct up within the store and make it profound and thick. Sand has to be settled by planting wheatgrass around the supply. Sand should be stopped by planting plants like sand jujube and red poplar. But these incredible, hard-working individuals didn't donate up when things got difficult. They know that in the event that they do not work hard to construct a store, they'll have to take off this arrive within the future. So, 180,000 buildings were built to keep the sand input. Including to that, the building of the reservoir engineers changed the course of the Sheriang waterway to induce as much water as conceivable when they built the store. They didn't care around ensuring the biological environment. This caused the stream of the waterway to drop rapidly, and in less than a year, the upper parts of the Sheriang stream stopped flowing. You'll say that this objective was reached through the difficult work of numerous eras of Chinese people. That's all. Thank you for observing.